YB stays on your neck.
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So I've been saying for the longest time, well before AJ lost, I've been saying to him, listen, come and cleanse these heathens. Come and cleanse these pagans who spread lies and chat pure BS. I've been pleading with him from the mountaintops. Come on, give us something. And before AJ lost, it was all well and good in a way because AJ fans and whatnot, we had a pretty solid base to go off. One of the best resumes in 23 fights in boxing history. Great technique. Great prospects. I honestly believed at the time, and I still believe to an extent now, bottom line is, if AJ beats Ruiz, I'm 1,000% sure he will maul Wilder and Fury, no doubt. 100%. And if whoever wins that fight, basically, between Ruiz and AJ, is going to be the dude who dominates going forward. So with that in mind, as I was saying, before the fight, it wasn't really, I wasn't too interested in whether if AJ wants to be humble and kind of sit on his laurels and let everyone else talk crap and whatnot, that was fine. But now I feel, now we've seen all of the Weasley rats, people like Tony the Turncoat Bellend, who's come out. Tony the Turncoat Bellend used to shout from the mountaintop about how AJ would beat Wilder and Fury on the same night. AJ was the best boxer, and now, yesterday, as I exposed, Bellend's, Fury's the best boxer. Don't get, no mistake, Fury's the best boxer, all this sort of business. I'm from Liverpool. Fury's the best boxer. He's the best boxer from Liverpool. That's what he was saying. Fury's the best boxer. I'm from Liverpool. I'm Tony Bellend. From Liverpool. That's what he was saying. Liverpool. That's what he was going on. Giving it the big one. Liverpool. Thinking Mr. Bellend. Bottom line. Turncoat. He used to suck AJ off. 100%. No doubt. He used to suck him off. Yeah? Now he jumped off the bandwagon. People like Dave Allen. I'm pretty sure Dave Allen's fought on a few AJ undercards. But ultimately, without AJ in British boxing, AJ has financed all these bum people who wouldn't have careers. Dave Allen, I guarantee you, Dave Allen thinks it's all funny and whatnot. He would not have a career without AJ. Do you think Eddie Hearn would be sponsoring his bum fights? Now, of course he's making money now, but before this period, when he was losing all the time and fighting stiffs and having wars against bums, yeah, I'm pretty sure he came up on AJ undercards, same as Dylan White. All these people who came up off of AJ's undercards, who got known through AJ, they're all coming out like rats. All swarming the place like rats. And when AJ was winning and on top, they didn't dare do that. But now they see a bit of weakness. They're like hyenas. A pack of hyenas. They won't ever go for a strong lion. But when the lion's weak and hungry and damaged, they'll all start looking, do you know what I mean? Like vultures. That famous picture of a vulture. They thrive off of weakness. They love it. 100%. And it's funny, Dave Allen's always talked about his problems and whatnot, but everyone, it's like same as Fury. Fury and Dave Allen are similar cats. They've both had their own issues, and they want everyone to suck them off and give them sympathy. But other people go through stuff, and they're the first ones to pile on and have all these controversial things to say. All of a sudden, they all start piping up. All of a sudden, do you know what I mean? They've got all these controversial opinions, negative opinions. There's not a bone. There's not an honest or nice bone in their body. But anyway. Unless it's to do with them. They expect everyone else to be, poor Dave, he's got a gambling problem, poor Dave, the fans come out for Dave, yeah, Dave. But yeah, and everyone else has issues, and, he quit, and he's going to get knocked out by Ruiz again, yada, yada, yada. But it's a shame these dudes weren't saying that when they were getting paid on AJ's undercard, wasn't it, really? If you're going to have them polarising opinions, you should have it when he's paying your paycheck. And that's why I say to AJ, you shouldn't have been paying these bums. People like look at AJ's opponents. I'm going to do a video on this in its own right, but it's funny. Tom Schwarz got paid 250 grand. Fury got paid allegedly 12.5 million. So when you do the maths on that, what's his name got paid 2% split. Tom Schwarz got paid a 2% split. Meanwhile, AJ versus Ruiz. AJ gets 32, and Ruiz gets like 8. Which is equivalent of 20% split. Yeah? And I told you before, look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather used to pay people 2%. 3% splits. And rightly so. AJ's paying people 20-25%. What sort of planet is this? How is that? And look at Wilder. Wilder got paid allegedly 10 and paid Dominic Brazil 15. Sorry, 1.5, which is a 15% split. So in reality, why is AJ paying people the most why is AJ paying people the highest split percentage-wise? A percentage is a percentage, regardless of the amount. AJ should be paying people the least, because when you beat AJ, or the opportunity to fight AJ, actually increases your brand, because you get all the eyes on you. There's a reason people like Dylan White and Dave Allen are where they are, because they came up off of AJ's exposure. Similar to what AJ did with people like Carl Froch and George Groves to a lesser extent. Remember, AJ was on their undercard. That's how it works. You get exposure from the bigger fighters as you come up. The difference is, AJ was grateful to people like Carl Froch and Groves at the time. Not sitting there and slagging people off. But that's why I implore AJ to start just being down the line on this one. Remember all these snaky people. Remember them. Keep them in your mind. Remember all these snaky people. And when you do come back and deal with Ruiz, I'd take the Floyd Mayweather point of view from that one. Yeah? Guess what? If you're making 200 grand to fight, I'll give you 500 to fight me. Simple as that. And if you don't want it, I'll go to the person who does. Even if you have to start at the very bottom, even if you have to start fighting British level people, which you won't do, because you'll be fighting for world titles. That's what I'll be doing from that one. I wouldn't be paying people $8 million, changing their life. What for? Do you know what I mean? It's dog eat dog world up here. And that's what I mean. It's gone mad, because I remember Jarrell Miller. AJ must have offered him $5 million or whatever, and he said, "Oh, I'm not fighting AJ." Yeah, and he was bragging about it. "Yeah, man, DAZN had to throw me some more on top," because I told him, "What do you mean? DAZN had to throw you more on top when you offered $5 million? You should have chewed his hand off." But this is what I'm trying to say. AJ's built, because of his niceness and being too damn humble, he's built this environment of everyone thinking they can just take the piss. In every way, literally. Verbally, financially, every way, everyone thinks it's a big laugh. "Oh yeah, AJ will pay it." What do you mean AJ will pay it? Yeah, AJ should give up. You got people like, remember, Dave Allen and Ben Davidson? "Yeah, AJ should stop being greedy. AJ should pay us 50-50. What do you mean should pay you 50-50? What planet are you on? You can't. You struggled to sell 9,000 tickets with prices 20 times cheaper than AJ's. What you want about 50-50? Yeah. And now, of course, AJ has no belts. It's a bit different, but still, the commercial side remains the same. The principles remain the same. When you do get back on top, I really do hope you start noticing it. And like I said before, to the point of this video, I've gone on a bit of a tirade there, but it's all relevant to this. So now we come to the point of the video. We see the Sun newspaper, and I've been saying for a while, the media is truly biased. They've got all the smoke for her and AJ, and nothing to say when it comes to Winkle, and Winkle, how come you're not replying to AJ's emails for 4 months, but say you want the fight? Winkle, how is it when you say the fight's worth $400 million, have you not sent one offer out to back that up? Hearn saying it's worth 100, they've sent offers out. They've sent offers out at that valuation. But you say it's worth 400, but have sent no offers out. How does that work? Where have these questionings been? There hasn't been any. Their questionings, the extent of their questioning is this: "Oh man, Anthony Joshua definitely isn't gonna want to fight. Can you tell me how you feel about Anthony Joshua not wanting to fight you now he's seen that Brazil performance?" That's what we got. Seriously, that is literally what you got. I was gonna do a video on it, but never got round to. Yeah, that was the extent of the questioning Wilder got after that fight. Not what are you gonna do to make this fight? Not are you gonna send an offer out? You don't get any of that. But it's all relevant. The media. Yeah? All the turncoat fighters, Bellend, Dave Allen, there's been loads of them. I could sit here all day reading them off. All the turncoat, weaselly people. Yeah? Reporters, fighters, promoters. And now you've got the UK media also sticking their oar in. So we see the title here. Had it easy. Anthony Joshua tries to slam Tyson Fury after win over easy Schwarz, despite losing to 20-stone unknown Ruiz himself. Very interesting. Well, actually, Mr. Dave Fraser and Stuart Atkins, unknown Ruiz has fought for a world title before and actually beat Joseph Parker. That's what we do know. Andy Ruiz chased Parker all over the ring. If that wasn't in corrupt New Zealand, he would have took them belts 100%. So in my opinion, and I said this before the fight, Ruiz is a true world champion already, if we're honest with ourselves. Parker didn't take a front step the whole night. Fact, he lost that fight, 100%. So when you sit here talking about, all of a sudden now they're talking about weight. How is it when Fury was on his comeback, everyone sucked him up about the weight? Oh, Fury's had it hard. Oh, Fury's, oh, he's overweight. Oh, Fury, oh, said it so hard as Fury. Oh, the comeback, the comeback. They're all sucking him off. But now you're slagging off Ruiz for being overweight. What do you mean? I thought everyone got sympathy when they were overweight. Which is it? Yeah? And so this dude's essentially saying that, well, bottom line is they're kicking AJ again whilst he's down. Yeah? Anthony Joshua tries to slam Schwarz. And this is the funny thing, this is what I've been saying to AJ. You should just come out and call a spade, because AJ wasn't even, in my opinion, he was pretty neutral. He started off by saying, well done to Fury. He did what he had to do. I'd tell him well done. So he was actually being, once again, too nice in my opinion. But all of you humble fans, you love it. You love it. All you humble fans, you'll read this Sun article and you'll love it. You'll say, oh, this is so good. Yeah, AJ's going to read this and then suck the Sun newspaper off. All you humble fans will read this and you'll love the fact that the Sun have took a dig at AJ. I don't love it. It irritates me. I can't stand it. I can't stand that the people at the top of the pyramid, i.e. AJ, will sit there and he's a global icon. Yeah? A global icon. He has power in that sense. The Sun, who do they think they are? Who does the Sun think they are? Do you know what I mean? Who does this Dave Fraser think he is? I'll slap his head clean off his shoulders. Simple. And Stuart Atkins, no doubt. Yeah? And if they ever hear this video, either of them two muppets, if they want to spar, set it up, no problem. Both of them, back to back, no problems with YB. I will slap Dave Fraser. I'll slap his head clean off his shoulders. I bet he's a small, little fat dweeble. Both of them. In fact, regardless of what they are, they'll get their head taken clean off. That's no word of a lie there. Their heads will be coming clean off. But they won't want to do that because they sit there and they want to type. That's what they want to do. They're typers. Oh, Anthony Joshua tries to slam. No, he did slam. Yeah? And if he did, and what? Now what? Okay, but he tried to. And if he did, what are you going to do about it? Dave Fraser and Stu Atkins. You won't do a damn thing. That's what you do. You'll sit there and you write an article about it. Yeah? And that's why it irritates me, because he wasn't even taking a swipe. And this is why you should take a swipe, because there should be no confusion, because they're going to write BS anyway. Despite losing to 20 stone unknown Ruiz himself. And, do you know what I'm saying? And what? Fury was fighting a complete stiff. And for me, what irritates me is the fact that they ain't got a clue what they're talking about. They're saying, oh well, AJ lost to someone the same level of Schwarz, but Fury. No, they're saying AJ took a swipe at Fury, even though AJ lost to someone that Fury could beat. They're saying that Schwarz and Ruiz are on the same level, and AJ's taking a swipe at Schwarz when he lost to someone like Schwarz. Nobody. Yeah, Ruiz would munch Fury, in my opinion, and would munch Schwarz to bits. That's the difference there. What part of the Schwarz fight did you see any of Andy Ruiz in there? Schwarz did nothing. He stood there and fell over. Yeah? When AJ hit Ruiz, what did Ruiz do? He tucked his chin down and banged back. Where was that from Schwarz? Seriously. When did Schwarz tuck his chin down and bang? You didn't see that at all. So even there, you're completely wrong. Never mind. Did Schwarz come out and start marching forward from the start? No. So what you on about? Oh yeah, despite losing to unknown Ruiz himself. He was unknown to you. Now I'll be honest, I didn't know Ruiz before this fight came along. However, once I looked into him, I told everyone, this dude's got some good speed and good combinations, and I like the way he turns his shots over. That's factual. I said that. In fact, I said he turns his shots over better than AJ does. That's what I did say. You can go and check the videos yourself. His shots were the most Mike Tyson looking I've seen in years. So that it is what it is. And as I say, this video just well, I'm doing it because you get this is what happens. The Sun weren't talking like this before. Yeah, you got there's this real bandwagon vibe you have in the UK. A real bandwagon vibe. They like to swing and sway. Now you can't. Honestly, on a serious note, you struggle to find a good word out there about AJ. Now, from his point of view, he'll probably say, well, I don't care, I know what I know. That's good. But all I want from now on, I'd like for AJ to remember these dons, you know. Remember people like Dave Allen. When it comes back round again, and you're champion, and he wants his 400 grand on your undercard, say, no, you know what, Dave? Why don't you go out and do your own thing? Do you know what I'm saying? One of them ones there. I'll tell you what, you should do your own thing, since you know so damn much. Since you got so much to say when I was down, you can go on your own way, do you know what I mean? All this, the Sun newspaper, next time they want an interview. Maybe it's petty. I couldn't give a crap, because what it comes down to for me is, now if AJ had actually tried to take a swipe, as I would have advised him to, at Fury, this article wouldn't be an issue, but the fact that AJ was humble and actually congratulated Fury, and then they still take us. The Sun newspaper still thinks they are. Or yeah, for me, yeah, it's the manipulation of it that irritates me. AJ was being his normal humble self, and you still get kicked. So you might as well come out and say, now what? Okay, I took a swab at Fury and I lost. Now and what? Who's going to do what about it? Because Fury won't get in the ring anyway. So that's what we do know. Regardless of what happened against Ruiz, Fury will not still get in the ring. So now what? What's the issue?